Hey, what is going on, guys? Inferno LH here, and today I'm going to be going over the most overpowered glitches in Terraria that have been patched. So what I'm going to be doing for this video is I will be showing off various different glitches that have been patched in the game already. I'm going to start with glitches that were in the older versions of the game, and then move up to the newer updates. But before we get on into the video, could you please like and subscribe to my channel, as over 90% of people who do watch my videos are not subscribed, so I would really appreciate it. I will also leave the link to my Discord server in the description of this video if you want to join that. But first off, before we get right into the first glitch, I just want to put this out there that all of the gameplay that I have of all these glitches are actually from all the older videos on my channel. The very first glitch that I'm going to go over was back in the 1.2.4 version of the game, specifically the mobile version, and I just get so nostalgic whenever I'm looking at this version. But anyways, this glitch is infinite flight, so what you had to do is you would go to some sort of structure above you and fly right into the top of it, just like I am in this video, and just continuously do so until you run out of flight and drop to the ground. And now what you're going to do is you need to walk over to a ledge, and you would start flying again. As you can see, I'm struggling here, I'll get it any second now. Boom, as you can see, my character starts flying again, and now I will just fly an infinite amount. I'll just keep flying forever. One thing that you do have to know is if you take your finger off of the joystick, it will cancel out the infinite flight, but pretty interesting glitch. This next glitch was also in the 1.2.4 version of the game, and this was a duplication glitch. Now, the Terraria has had many different duplication glitches, which I will not be going over all of them, just a couple of them. But this one was in 1.2.4, and it did require multiplayer, so as you can see, there's two people here. So what you would do is you would go into a chest, you would put the item that you want to duplicate inside of the chest, and what you would have to do is on both devices, both people would have to take out the item at the exact same time, and for some reason this would cause both players to get the item out of the chest, and the item would just, well, duplicate. I'm pretty sure the way that they patched this was they just made it so only one person can go in a chest at a time now, but this is pretty interesting and very simple duplication glitch. This next glitch is actually a very strange glitch, and it was not in the game for very long. It was patched pretty fast after this glitch was found, but this was when the 1.3 version of the Terraria mobile came out, and this was a weird crafting glitch with the guide, so you could basically craft anything from his menu with only one of the items required to craft it. So this means you can even craft hard mode items in pre-hard mode. All you need is one item to craft the whatever you want. As in this video, there's just one bar, and I use this to craft an entire drill containment unit in pre-hard mode, which is just crazy. So how this would work, like I said, just get one of the crafting requirements, and for some reason, if you move far away from the guide, you can see there's a crafting icon. It will not show up if you're right next to him. You have to move kind of farther away, but when that pops up, you tap craft and boom, it crafts the item, and you just need it just takes away one of the crafting requirements. Overall, it's a pretty strange glitch actually. Like, I don't even know how that happened, but pretty unique. So the next glitch is a duplication glitch in the 1.3 version of the game, and I promise this is the last duplication glitch that will be in this video. But what you had to do is you had to have 4 bars, any kind, doesn't matter, just place it in a 2x2 box like this, and then you would grab a chest and place that on top of these iron bars, boom, just like that. And then you will have to grab your pickaxe and mine out the bottom 2 bars so that the chest and those other 2 bars will be floating in the air just like that. Place a workbench right underneath that, and then you will mine away the top chest, I believe. Let's see here. Yep, mine away the top chest, and you will place an item frame in its place. And then once you have done that, you will mine away at the bottom workbench. It has to be the workbench that you have to break out, and this will destroy the workbench along with those 2 other bars that you have on top of it. We'll leave the item frame floating, and then you will grab your second item frame and place that right underneath the other one. And boom, that's really all you have to do to get this working. And now, however this duplication glitch worked, is if you placed items inside the item frame, it will duplicate the items, as you can see shortly here. Let's see, put in the items, boom, the iron bars are now duplicating. I have no idea, like, how do people even find this out? Or, like, why does that even duplicate the items? No idea. But it was a pretty cool duplication glitch that worked very well. And for some reason, a lot of people were asking me how to make item frames. Yes, one of the most basic and easy items to craft, just literally wood. But I made a whole video on how to craft item frames. It got over 40,000 views. Like, what? The most basic thing ever. This next glitch was actually an extremely overpowered glitch in the game. I believe this was patched in either 1.4.3 or 1.4.4, but this was only in the console version of the game, and it would allow you to equip armor in your accessory slots. Any armor in the game, doesn't matter what kind. So in this video I ended up using solar chest plates, which gave me so much defense and a lot of melee damage. But what you want to do is go over to your accessories, pick up the accessory you want to swap out. So you can see I have it in my hand. Then go over to the armor slot, the armor piece in your inventory, and press X to swap those two out. As you can see here, boom, press X, come on. There we go. Now you can see I'm holding the chest piece, and then I will go over back to my accessories screen, and don't just press it into your accessory slot, or, well, you wouldn't, but what you would have to do instead is go over to your actual armor, and hover over whatever armor piece you were actually wanting to put in your accessory slot. So if you were holding a chest piece, put it in your chest piece spot, and what you do, place it down, and boom. That armor piece is now in your accessory slot, which is very OP, especially considering all of the perks to that actually work. The melee damage, everything, including the defense. And boom, as you can see here, I have chest pieces in every single slot, and I have an insane amount of defense, and my Zenith does just an incredible amount of damage, 708 damage. So this very next glitch was especially overpowered because it would work with the previous glitch that I just showed you, where you could equip armor in your accessory slots. So what this was is you could put modifiers on any of your armor pieces, and they would actually give you those bonuses. This was very overpowered because, well, it would just give you those extra bonuses. It's not a crazy amount, but you'll take anything, I mean, I guess. But when you pair that with all those armor pieces in your accessory slots, it just adds so much. So the way you would get modifiers on your armor pieces is you would have to either get it from someone else, or what I did is I used TL Pro, which is a Terraria mod menu, and you could use that to add modifiers to your armor. You could use it to actually add modifiers to really anything, even like blocks and stuff, I think. But armor is something that it actually worked on and gave you the benefits for. So as you can see here, I have the warding modifier on all my armor pieces, so that I have just a little bit more extra defense. I also used menacing on the armor pieces at some points too, just because, well, those are both great modifiers to have, and I mean, I really don't need the warding. Menacing is just, the extra damage is great. Okay, so moving on to the final glitch in this video, this was modified item stacks. So you could actually mod item stacks to like insane amounts of items. So I could have like a stack of 32,000 Zeniths, or really any item in the game, doesn't matter. This was especially helpful if you were wanting to do building or something, because you could just have very high item stacks. But this was patched in the 1.4.4 update, because they actually changed the max item stacks to 9999 or 9,999 for many of the different items, and they just got rid of this modified item stacks, unfortunately. But I mean, 9,999 is pretty good. I mean, can't really complain that much. But I had this in my old all item worlds. I had these modified item stacks, which unfortunately are now patched. But as you can see here, I have item stacks of 32,000 or higher, which are no longer available. But just a quick plug right here, if you do want to download and try out my all items world, I do have a more recent version of 1.4.4. Maybe if you're watching this video in the future, I'll have a even more updated version of the all items map. But I will leave the link to the download in the description of this video if you want to use this. But anyways, that is going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy, could you please like and subscribe? I would really appreciate it. I will also leave the link to my Discord server in the description of this video if you want to go ahead and join that. But that is going to be it, and goodbye.